Oh my God, what a huge night of Premier League action. City drop points, drawing to Brighton at home. Villa drop points, playing away at Palace, nil-nil. At the moment, Tottenham are losing against Bournemouth. They've just lost, as I'm speaking right now. Chelsea have lost away to Fulham. They had a player sent off. It's all crazy today in the Premier League. Hey, welcome to the Guna Tokes. It's me, Tokes. You know what to do. Like, share, subscribe. And what a monumental evening in the Premier League. Arsenal have almost won without even playing yet. Of course, we've got our game tomorrow against Liverpool. But forget about that. City 1-1 against Brighton. And it could have been worse. It could have been worse. Brighton passed up a golden edged opportunity to score and take the game to 2-1. And it's one of the misses of the century that I've ever seen. Like the guy, it's a tap in and he plays the ball sideways into Donnarumma. The ball gets cleared and City all at sea. I knew it was going to be a tough game. I said Brighton were going to smell blood for that game. City had to go all out attack because their defense was devastated with all the injuries. The guy they called back from loan from Watford, he starts in the game. And City, even though they looked good in the first half, in the beginning, they were playing some nice football. They were always looking so vulnerable when Brighton beat that press. It was always going to be a case that City had to go and score a few goals to win this game. They had to score like 2-3 goals, like blitz Brighton, get it done, because their defense was never going to keep anything out. And like I said, it should have been worse. And City have dropped 2 precious points in this title race. That's 3 draws in a row now. And this time, they were playing first. They had the chance to put the pressure on Arsenal, and they completely fluffed their lines. They should have lost that game, but a draw is as good as a loss, because what good is a point if Arsenal keep winning? What good is a point when you're the chasing team in the title race? And Guardiola did everything he could. Rodri came on. Rodri didn't start the game. Rodri comes on. He makes all these changes in the second half. And still, City are looking all at sea. Wow, their defense is just really not in a good place. If ever a team needed to sign a defender like Mark Guehi, it's Manchester City, that's for sure. I'm not even going to begrudge them that if they go out and spend like big money on him, because their defense is shocking. Diaz out, obviously. Gvardiol out for a while as well. And I said this is going to be a difficult time to be losing defenders. And it's hard to manage without your best defenders. It is, trust me, I know as an Arsenal fan. But what a huge result in the title race. If Arsenal win tomorrow, that's going to be 8 points ahead of City. And Villa as well, they drop points away from home at Crystal Palace. I think that's less of a shocking result than Manchester City's one, but really puts Arsenal in the driving seat ahead of this game tomorrow against Liverpool. Unbelievable stuff. I can't believe that Brighton messed up that opportunity. And Mitoma, that guy, he is quality. When I saw his name on the team sheet, I was like, okay, this guy's going to have something to say this game. Wasn't surprised in the slightest that he scored. I expected him to score. And City have messed up an opportunity to say that they're in this title race, because so far, the last few games, they've really shown that they're not. Every time they've had to respond to Arsenal putting a bit of pressure on them, they've lost. And that's it. That's how it's going with them. And sorry, City, you got to really do a lot better than that if you really want to truly be in this title race. Leaves Arsenal able to make a huge statement with the win tomorrow. The Arsenal boys are going to be so hyped. The fans are going to be so hyped. The Emirates is going to be crazy. I can't wait for that game. That is going to be game of the season so far. It can be the game where everybody's going to turn around and say, okay, this is Arsenal's for sure to lose, or, you know, let's not even speak that one into existence. Let's not even speak that one into existence. But wow, City in the mud today. They really should have lost that game. To be fair, they had a couple of chances in the end. Haaland had a great chance right at the end, hits it straight at the goalkeeper. And then, yeah, 1-1. Fantastic. Yes, yes, yes. That's what we want. I'm tired of seeing City just, resurging out of nowhere and winning how many on the bounce. I'm tired of it. It's time for us to maybe have a bit of an easier time in the Premier League this season. But what a result. I'm not going to lie. Fantastic. And then the other thing, like I said, Villa dropped points as well. 0-0 away at Crystal Palace. Palace are a hard team. That kind of result is going to happen. And Villa, it's hard to keep winning for sure against Palace. Draw away from home. It's not really a bad, result, is it? But obviously gives Arsenal a good chance to stretch the lead between City and Villa, who are both tied for second place at the moment, isn't it? Right? And it was a 0-0 game, so I guess, not a lot happened in that one. Spurs lost. Bournemouth 3-2. Spurs pulled it back to 2-2. They lost in the end, and Spurs firmly in the mud. Thomas Frank under pressure. I've said it before. I'm not really bothered about Spurs this season. I'm not worried about teams in the bottom half of the table. I haven't got time to worry about, Lions don't worry about the opinions of sheep. So Tottenham, you do your thing. But Chelsea, 2-1 loss, having a player sent off. Cucurella, you know what he's like. He's got that kind of thing in him, makes a rash challenge, and he gets away with so much stuff. Like, there's so many games he should have cards, for this and that, especially when I see it more obviously for Arsenal, but every time he plays against Saka, that guy, I'm surprised how he stays on the pitch, honestly. So he gets sent off. Chelsea actually got the game back to 1-1, but Fulham get the winner in the end. Fantastic result for them. And Chelsea obviously trying to pick themselves up before Liam Rosselló comes in. They had, I think, the caretaker manager in charge again. But when you lose a player, it's always going to make it hard for you. But Chelsea's discipline is terrible. Every other game, they have a player sent off. Whether it's a second yellow card, straight red card. You thought maybe this would end with Maresca gone, because to be honest, I thought a lot of that did come from Maresca, the kind of energy he puts out on the side of the pitch. So hopefully with Liam Rosselló coming in for them, he can calm that all down and they can, clean up their record, because I think technically they've got to be the dirtiest team in the league by now, right? Hey, long may it continue, because it's going to hamstring them, when they keep losing their best players. And it's a straight red as well for Cucurella, so he's going to miss a few games at a crucial time. And he's one of their better defenders. He's one of their more experienced defenders. Do you know what I mean? So Chelsea, not a great result for them. United are winning 2-1 against Burnley as we speak. They were losing before, so that could be a great result for them. Darren Fletcher is in charge. Is he going to be in charge for the next game? I'm not sure. Looks like maybe Solskjaer will come in for that one. Newcastle are drawing 2-2 with Leeds, so there's a little bit of time left to go in those games. But I just had to jump on and say, oh my gosh, oh my days, Manchester City, wow, drawing 3 games in a row. And this one at home. That is not how you challenge for a league. That is not how you put pressure on Arsenal. And like I said, Arsenal have a massive, massive game tomorrow against Liverpool. Got to win that. There's no excuses for that. If the players aren't ready for that game, if you aren't hyped, if you aren't locked in for that game after what just happened today, then I don't know what to say. You really don't want to win this thing. This is where you really take advantage. Because this was like similar to last year in a way, where Liverpool had a bit of a chance to stretch it and they took it every time. And in the end, the league was done quite early. So I want to see Arsenal showing that same mentality tomorrow and being clinical and just, swat Liverpool aside. We're playing at the Emirates Stadium. They done us at theirs. Let's do them in ours. And let's really start getting one hand on the trophy. Start, checking what day the parade might be on, and but let's not get too ahead of ourselves. But it's just such a massive result today, to be honest, with Brighton taking points off City. But tomorrow, all jokes aside, all exaggerations aside, Arsenal really need to get those 3 points. And if they do get those 3 points, it's really going to put the cat amongst the pigeons, that's for sure. Then I think every team, every pass is going to be a little bit harder to make. Every step is going to be a bit harder to run because you know Arsenal are just looking unstoppable. So that's what we need to do. We need to just crush the hope in these people. Okay, Manchester City and Aston Villa have both given us a great gift today. So can we just take it? Let's accept it. Be gracious. Accept the gift, Arsenal. Get it done tomorrow against Liverpool. But wow, City 1-1. Game over. Brighton could have won it as well, you know. Hey, I'll see you later. Find out what happens in the other games that are playing now and take it easy. Have a great evening. Peace. Bye.